In this episode of Pop Culture Weekly, I talk with Sebastian Maniscalco, Robert De Niro, and the cast of About My Father. Let's go!
Welcome to Pop Culture Weekly with Kyle McMahon from iHeartRadio. Your pop culture news, views, reviews, and celebrity interviews on all the movies, TV, music, and pop culture you crave weekly. Here's Kyle McMahon.
Hello, and welcome to Pop Culture Weekly with Kyle McMahon. I, of course, am Kyle McMahon, and this episode is all about my father. The film is out today, depending on when you listen to this. It's out now in theaters, and it is a really, really hysterically funny movie. It is heartwarming. It's touching. It's got soul. It's got heart. I was laughing in the theater. I was crying in the theater. I was laughing hysterically in the theater. It is just one of those movies that I absolutely love. The cast, every single cast member in this is so good. Like, there's not a cast member who doesn't hold their weight. And it's a good cast. You got Sebastian Maniscalco in his first leading role, in About My Father. You've got Robert De Niro playing his dad, Salvo. Leslie Bibb playing his fiancée, Ellie. Kim Cattrall as Ellie's mom, Tigger. David Rasche as Ellie's mom, Bill. Ellie's mom's Bill. David Rasche as Ellie's dad, Bill. Anders Holm as her brother, Lucky. Brett Dier as her brother, Doug. It is just a really, really great film. So the film centers around Sebastian, and it's loosely based on his life and his relationship with his father. So, he is encouraged by his fiancée, Leslie Bibb, to bring his father to spend the weekend with her family, who happens to be very wealthy and a little bit eccentric. And, Sebastian and Salvo are not wealthy. They may be eccentric a little bit. But so it's about that culture clash and relationships, obviously parental relationships, the relationship between Sebastian and Robert, Sebastian and his dad, is beautiful. And we, as a viewer, at least I, could see so much of my own family and so many of these dynamics. It really just hits home for me, and I love it. It's out from Lionsgate right now, and you're going to laugh hysterically, believe me. So I am talking with the cast and with the director, Laura Terruso. So I am talking with everybody. I'm talking with Robert De Niro and Sebastian Maniscalco. I'm talking with Leslie Bibb and Kim Cattrall. I'm talking with Anders Holm and Brett Dier and David Rasche. Everybody. And I love these interviews. I love the film. It's just, you gotta go see it. So, you probably listened to the last episode, which was a special episode from yesterday, where I was live in Chicago talking to the cast and Laura on the red carpet. These are sit-down interviews, as you're probably more used to from me. And let's just get right into it. Let's start with director Laura Terruso. So Laura is immensely funny, immensely talented. She is a director, screenwriter, producer. She's done Good Girls Get High, Foxy Merkins, Hello, My Name is Doris. Let's get into my conversation with About My Father director Laura Terruso.
Thank you so much for speaking with me. I appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. So the film is absolutely incredible. I laughed hysterically. I cried. It is such a for me, amalgamation, I don't even know if that's a word, but of what a good film should be. And it's so well done. And I wanted to know, it's very obviously family oriented. And was there anything that you drew from in your own life in, tackling as you're directing this film?
Big time. So Sebastian's, this film is about Sebastian's relationship with his father, who is a Sicilian immigrant. My mother is a Sicilian immigrant. She immigrated from Sicily in the 1960s, around the same time as Sebastian's father. So when I read the script, I just felt an immediate personal connection to the characters, to the story. And so I just pursued it doggedly because I was like, I have to tell this story. It's very rare that you read a script that is so personal while also being so universal.
Right. And that love, I think, comes through. De Niro. I mean, what... that's all I have to say. Could you answer that?
I mean, the rumors are true. He's incredible.
Yeah.
He's probably one of the greatest living actors of all time. I mean, he's everything. And working with him was such a gift. And just a lesson in collaboration and trust. And I feel so fortunate.
Well, you did an incredible job, and another thing that I find interesting is, since it is partly, Sebastian's story, do you feel any kind of, as you're doing the film, do you feel any kind of like responsibility when it's, rather than kind of a totally fictional film, do you feel any kind of different responsibility when it's somebody's life?
I feel like it only enriches it because it just makes it more authentic and more truthful. And that's what we do, right? Like, art is the pursuit of authenticity and truth and empathy, and knowing that this is Sebastian's actual story. On the set on the day, I remember we were shooting this helicopter scene where Sebastian kind of freaks out, and he's like, my dad in the moment gave me this lemon to suck on. And I'm like, we're flying a lemon, let's go, And so being able to call upon those experiences that happened in real life and put them in the movie is just the best thing. And what's really surreal about this is that, this is our love letter to our parents. And it's also a film about the American dream. And even in making it, Sebastian and I have been able to live our American dreams. So it's kind of like everything comes full circle with this film.
I love it. Thank you so much. I can't wait for everybody to see it.
Thank you so much.
Of course.
Laura Terruso. Love her. She's so funny. All right, let's move right along. We got a lot of interview coverage for you from About My Father. Let's talk to the brothers and father in the film. Brett Dier is hysterical as Doug. I see, I'm afraid to give too much away because it is so funny. I don't want to spoil anything. You may know Brett from Jane the Virgin, and he starred as CB in Schooled, the sitcom on ABC. Really great guy, and his role as Doug is hysterical. I could relate to him in a lot of ways. Anders Holm as Lucky Collins, Ellie's brother. I'm sure, know as Anders from Workaholics. He was a creator and writer and producer in the film. He also became played the hip pastor who played Mindy's fiance in the Mindy Project and works a lot with Seth Rogen. So really great guy, talented actor. And finally in this group is David Rasche, who, when I was doing you probably heard it, when I was doing the red carpet for About My Father in Chicago, David had a group of fans that were flagging me over, and I'm like, ooh, they listened to my show. And then I realized they're like, can you get David to look over here? And I'm like, oh, yeah, sure, of course. So thanks to you boys deflated me. And then, and thanks to David for being awesome. He is incredible as Carl Muller in Secession. He was also Sledgehammer, freaking Sledgehammer, and he's been in a million other things. United 93, Flags of Our Fathers, Men in Black 3, and that's just, some highlights on his film career. On the television side, he played Jack Trenton on Nurses. He was in Empty Nest, which, of course, is a spinoff from Golden Girls. Veep, he played Hunter Black. Let's get into my interview with David Rasche, Anders Holm, and Brett Dier.
iHeartRadio.
Yes, sir.
Sweet.
Thank you all for speaking with me. I absolutely love the film.
Good. What'd you like about it?
It is hysterically funny. It is. It made me cry as well.
Oh yeah, at the end there.
It's really
Yeah.
It's actually a few parts during it made me. It's very touching in ways that I didn't expect.
Good.
And
That's
so
good to hear.
It was great to watch.
Yeah.
And so for you, it felt like there was a family atmosphere. You all just kind of like clicked together. I mean, I felt like I was watching a family, which of course is what good actors do. So,
right.
but was that true for you as you're filming?
Yeah. Who made you cry the most? Was it me?
Yes.
Okay, never mind. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, we felt pretty good together.
The three of us were getting dinners all the
Yeah,
time.
we really clicked. Yeah.
That was great.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Yeah.
Really, a very talented cast. Everybody. Kim was great. I mean,
Kim was awesome.
and Leslie and everybody. And who's the other? What was his name?
Robin.
What was it? What's his last? Robin
De Niro.
Yeah, whatever. He was good. He was good.
Yeah.
He was good.
Yeah, I think he's going to go places.
He's going to go places. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was your favorite part as you're filming? What I think is really interesting about this is, obviously it's based on Sebastian's life. How was that for you? When I almost feel like, do you feel more responsibility as an actor when you're doing a not totally fictional film, or does it not matter?
I didn't care about Sebastian's life at all. So that was just my part. But it was really fun to be the father of such a terrible father who had let these children become so completely out of the question. And it was always entertaining to see just how far out of the question they were. And they went in their own ways very far.
How about for you?
Well,
Sebastian's life.
Sebastian.
How did it affect your...
I didn't
playing
find
someone
out.
real, yeah.
I didn't find out until like the third day of shooting when I already and so I it clicked in. I was like, wait a minute, am I playing a real dude? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, what? I never met him. I don't know. Like, oh shit.
You were too?
Yeah, I was too.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
I found out last night at dinner.
Yeah, it's
something real, and I was like, whatever, I'll just play this buffoon. That's all good. Yeah.
So it's good though.
So
it's loosely based on this.
Right.
Yeah.
And so it's not. I'm sorry.
I don't think I would have been any different if I.
I don't think I would have been either. I wouldn't have played it differently.
Unless he's like a famous guy that everybody knows that you're kind of acting like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And finally, what was your favorite part? Because there's all kinds of fun, at least from my opinion, fun things that you guys got to do, sound bowls and horrifying.
Golf swing? Is that what you're going to say?
Yes, exactly.
Well, one of the funniest things for me was when we remember when Bob won the prize. Were you there for that?
Yes.
He won the prize. He won the prize for
Oh,
the
yeah.
best whatever it is.
Hot dog eating.
Right. And his hot dog eating and his whole thing about eating the hot dog. Oh God.
Yeah.
So funny. He's so inventive. He's so funny. He's so curious and goofy, and it was just delightful to watch him.
Yeah.
I love it. Thank you all, thank all three of you.
They're really just two of us.
Yeah.
No, you're not wrong.
Thank you for speaking with me. I can't wait for everybody to see About My Father.
Good.
Thanks, man.
Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Thanks.
David Rasche, Anders Holm, and Brett Dier. They're hysterical. David is like, I couldn't stop laughing funny. And he's a great guy. But I ended up seeing him at the cast party of Book Club, The Next Chapter, in New York 2 days later. And he was like, hey, Kyle. I'm like, hey, David, you follow me around here or what? He started laughing, and just a really fun guy. All right. We have the ladies up next. I mean, how do you even... Kim Cattrall. I mean, Kim Cattrall and Leslie Bibb are up next. Kim Cattrall, of course, starred in Sex and the City as Samantha Jones. She got 5 Emmy noms for it, 4 Golden Globe noms, and 1 for Best Supporting Actress, both Sex and the City movies. She was in Mannequin, a classic, Big Trouble in Little China, Police Academy, Star Trek VI, The Undiscovered Country, and she kills it as Tigger in this film. Really, really, really hysterical. And that's, again, just on the movie side. On the TV side, I mean, again, Sex and the City, Starsky and Hutch. She's the narrator in How I Met Your Father. And just a wonderful, wonderful woman. And then Leslie Bibb, who is hysterical. I just fell in love with her as Leslie, and I fell in love with her in person, too. She's so awesome. You may know her, Brooke, in Popular on the WB network. She is in the Marvel Cinematic Universe as Christine Everhart. She was in What If, Iron Man 2. She played Grace Sampson in Jupiter's Legacy on Netflix, and is just a genuinely awesome, awesome person and talent. She's really funny. She's got so much energy, and I love her. I love Kim as well. So let's get into my interview with Kim Cattrall and Leslie Bibb.
Ooh.
Thank you both so much for speaking with me. I love the film. I was laughing. I was crying.
Did you really cry?
I really did, yeah. Last night I saw it in the theater, and I literally cried.
It's really good on the big screen, right?
It really is. I lost my mom 2 years ago.
Oh, so
and
sorry.
Thank you very much. And so it really, really had a special, for me, a special little,
Right.
angle that it's just awesome.
I feel like that's an interesting thing. It's like, if you have parents, it resonates. And if you've lost your parents, it really, I just lost my mom a few years ago.
I'm so sorry.
Kim lost her mother last
Oh,
year.
I'm so sorry.
And was it last year? Or was it?
It was November.
Yeah.
It was last year.
Yeah. And I lost my dad when I was 3. I love how I whisper that like I'm saying something. But I feel like it's just family. And it's a beautiful look at how weird every family is. And they have their idiosyncrasies. And they do things that seem insane, but they're with love. And I don't know. I just feel like this movie really resonates. And I feel like it's kind of what we need right now. Everybody needs to go sit in a movie theater and have a good laugh.
I so agree. I have my mom. This is her. I got this after she passed. It's her signature from a card.
So sweet.
And I also wear her. This was not what I planned, but I wear her ring.
Oh my
everywhere as well,
God,
too.
so nice.
But yes, I totally agree that this is something. I think no matter where you are in that status of life with your parents, that you can really resonate with it. And the cast does such a great job.
They do, don't they?
I mean, you guys are amazing. I felt like I was watching a family.
Aw.
I could really relate to certain things with different actors and their roles, and it just really comes together so well. Did you find that familial bond as you were?
It just sort of
shooting?
took off. I think we got chemistry is like this elusive thing. Oh my God, my stomach's growling.
She's so good. I'll feed you later, honey.
Okay, thanks. And so I think you don't know when it's gonna happen, if it's gonna happen, is it gonna, and it really it just everybody, Brett and Anders and David and you, and then within that, you and David. I remember the first when we were at the club and shooting.
Forever. Remember that scene?
It was a huge
long
scene.
day.
It was a long day. It was I think the first day with Bob, and I just remember watching you and David, and I looked at Sebastian, and I'd already been working with Sebastian for the week before, so it was our second week of shooting, and I was like, they are freaking crazy, and I'm so into it. They're so nuts. I'm so into it. And then Brett is doing that he's so cuckoo. Everybody's great. And then Bob had that crazy ring that came on the phone. And I said, what is that ring? And he said, oh, that's actually my dad's ring. Bob must have taken that when he was with my dad. And when he spent 3 days with the actual Salvo. And I was like, oh, this is going to be a funny movie. We're in good hands.
We had a good script. We had a wonderful director. We had wonderful leading men. We had a great company. All at a time when it was the rainy season in Mobile, Alabama.
The rainiest city in America.
During COVID.
Yes.
There were a lot of odds against it being coming together and bonding. But that's what's amazing about human beings, what you can rise to make something successful where you think, oh, how is this going to work with such adversity? But
it's sometimes those movies where it's like, oh, it went so great. It was so perfect. There was nothing bad that happened. And then they go, pfft. And this one, there was like, the dog wouldn't pick up the thing. The peacocks wouldn't do the thing. We're losing light. It was just always something.
Training.
Yeah, it was
lightning storm.
Yeah, and so we had a lot of stuff in it, and it all came together really well. I mean, I feel really grateful because everyone was really wonderful to be in it and to
be around.
And to be around. And also, sometimes when you do a comedy, people are just like waiting for them. They're like, will you stop talking so I can do my bit and I'll be funny? Here, it wasn't like that. Here, it just felt very like everybody was throwing a ball around and bouncing. And I'm not lying. It really...
Yeah,
it was great.
There was an improvisational element to it, which was really fun. And it was changing as we developed the characters. You start playing her after a couple of weeks. It feels easier and more familiar and feeding off of each other. It was a really fun job. It was.
I love that scene when I'm sitting between she and David and we're all in matching pajamas. We're like such jerks. Like psychopaths in matching pajamas. And it was, it's so loving and like also claustrophobic. But I remember like in my heart, I was like, I kind of wish Kim was my mom. This was happening. Like they're so funny.
No, you don't.
No, you don't. Can I go to your closet? That's really what I want. I want to be in this one's closet. I feel like it's just really good fashion in there.
Thank you both so much. I really appreciate it. I cannot wait for everybody to see About My Father.
Make them go see it.
Absolutely. I'm bringing people with me.
Great. Do
awesome.
it.
Thank you.
I
really appreciate it.
Okay. Take care, Kai.
Leslie Bibb and Kim Cattrall. I mean, wow. Awesome, awesome, awesome guests. They are so cool. I love them. I had the time of my life with them. They are hysterical. Hysterical. And they're amazing in the film. Okay, next up, Sebastian Maniscalco and Robert Mother De Niro. Sebastian, he's done 6 comedy specials. He's huge on TikTok and Instagram and Facebook for, viral clips of his comedy work. He has had supporting roles in The Irishman, Green Book, and this is his first big starring role in a feature film. And does Robert De Niro need an introduction? It's Robert Mother De Niro. One of the best to ever do it. How do you even, encapsulate Robert De Niro? He works a ton as a collaborator with Martin Scorsese, one of the, of course, most incredible directors of all time. He's won every award known to man, 2 Academy Awards, 2 Oscars, Golden Globe, Cecil B. DeMille Award, Screen Actors Guild Lifetime Achievement Award, Kennedy Center Honor, Presidential Medal of Freedom, started Tribeca Film Fest, was in The Godfather Part 2 as Vito Corleone. He has received numerous Emmy Awards and won as outstanding lead actor in a limited series or movie for The Wizard of Lies, where he played Bernie Madoff. Has been in Raging Bull, Taxi Driver, The Deer Hunter, Awakenings, Cape Fear, Silver Linings Playbook, Casino, Jackie Brown, Heat, The Irishman, upcoming in Killers of the Flower Moon. As a director, he's directed A Bronx Tale. And he's done funny, too. War with Grandpa, Meet the Parents, Analyze This and Analyze That, Wag the Dog, The Intern. Just an icon. So in any event, I said, he needs no introduction and then gave him a long-ass introduction. But, it's just me. So in any event, let's get into it. My sit-down interview with Sebastian Maniscalco and Robert De Niro.
Thank you both for speaking with me. The film is so incredible. I was laughing hysterically, crying. It is unbelievably and unexpectedly heartfelt. For you, you could have done any film in the world. Why was it important to tell this story?
Yeah, so I talk about my dad in my stand-up routine, and I thought other stories I had about my father would definitely work better in a movie format rather than on the stage, because they were more relationship based. They needed more of a runway to kind of take off and kind of show the relationship that I do have with my dad. So, and I did this out of sheer passion and fun. It's not like I did this movie and go, and we're going to get De Niro and we're going to take this thing and take over the world. It wasn't like that. It was, let's write a movie for fun. If it gets made, it gets made. If it doesn't, hey, we had a great experience doing it. And we really just it was a passion project. And the next thing you know, I'm in my hometown promoting it with Bob, and my father's doing these press outlets with me. So, I mean, I'm really, really taking it all in.
And for you, Mr. De Niro, it is, again, you're Robert De Niro. You could do any film that you wanted. What spoke to you for this role?
I liked Paul Weitz, who I've worked with as a director a few times. Paul sent me the script. He was one of the producers on it, and I read it, and I said, let's have a reading of this so we can kind of see a little more, lift it off the page a little. And so we did, and with Laura Terruso, the director, and I liked everybody. Of course, Sebastian, and the whole world was something that these guys know. Laura's from Brooklyn, a certain area, Italian-American neighborhood in Brooklyn. He's from Chicago, and they I know that I'm in a good environment, a good milieu, there's a foundation there of this world that is not going to, there's nothing going to be wrong about it, basically. So that appealed to me.
And it really, I feel like you can tell that it is a passion project because it is just so heartfelt. So, everybody just felt like a family. I felt like I was, watching a family doing this, which is what great art does, and so kudos to you for that. Finally, for having Robert De Niro playing your father, was anybody giving anybody else tips on actually playing your father? Was your father like, oh yeah, he's good, let him do what he wants, or were you a little nervous?
No. I mean, he spent some time with Bob in Oklahoma, and then he came to the set and he was given, he wanted to know how to do a dye job on set. He wanted to make sure it was right. And he had some sayings that he wanted to make sure that the Italian was how my dad would say it. So it's not like anybody was telling him, how to do this. He knows how to do this. He was just getting more information on how to make it very unique.
Specific. Thank you both so much. I really appreciate it.
You got it, brother.
Sebastian Maniscalco and Robert De Niro. I cannot believe that I just interviewed Robert De Niro. And that's the second time I've interviewed Robert De Niro. Like, what? It's crazy. In any event, go see About My Father. It is hysterical. It's the kind of movie, it's Memorial Day, so a lot of people will be with their families or whatever. Go take your family. I mean, your adult family. Don't take little kids to see it. Take your mom or your dad or your sister and brother or your cousins, whatever, aunts, uncles, and go see About My Father. You will relate somehow to all of these incredibly funny and authentic family dynamics. It's a great film. You're going to love it. I can't wait till you see it so we can talk about it. Hit me up on the socials and we'll chat. I will see you next week. I love you. We out.
Thank you for listening to Pop Culture Weekly. Hear all the latest at popcultureweekly.com.
I just interviewed Robert De Niro. Robert De Niro, yes I did. I just interviewed Robert De Niro, or as I call him, Bob.